that,
final.
you know, Promo just gets the TWC points. That's it.
Yay!
Oh, wait. All right, we're going.
I mean, they've already got so many points by being in the grand final at this stage. Like, you know, everyone here seems to be walking away with a lot of points.
We have both players just going at blazing speeds here. Promo matching Westl's speeds, but misdropping. That's what's going to happen here is that Westl is used to playing at the higher speeds, and Promo does risk misdropping if he tries to match Westl's speeds.
Well,
I mean, Westl
Wait,
always
like...
risks misdropping just naturally by existing. But
again,
yeah, Promo,
year, right?
that's what happened is Promo just misdropped right there, and it causes him to be on the back foot.
Misdropper of the year for in Westl there. Oh
yeah,
my
and
God.
Westl does find a second round there. When Westl starts to run away with that momentum, there is nothing you can do to get that back unless you are an insane player. Promo is capable of it for sure.
Unless
if anybody in this bracket can do anything about that, it's Promo, but it's not easy.
Unless you have now like a 30 spike incoming like that.
Yeah, and you know, the fight to get back to even for these players is just absolutely ridiculous. The amount of effort you have to put in to just be like, all right, we're even now. Let's continue.
Yeah.
Let's start building up that back-to-back again. But that's just what happens, and that's what these players are used to.
Yeah, it's more than a fight. It's an ongoing war. Look at him just go. The caliber between these two players compared to the rest of the tournament, they're so much further above than the rest of the competition.
Yeah, and that's why we predicted that we were going to see this matchup, and Promo does break that back-to-back there. Luckily, is able to do so. Honestly, no feeling is worse than having a high back-to-back and not being able to burn to send it before dying. So Promo was able to find that there before getting to the top of the board, and that is going to find him his first round here in this first 2-11.
And they're both in their own little world, stacking T-spins. Oh, and look at Westl's board. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Westl with no garbage on the board until just now, just completely, like you said, stacking in their own worlds. Promo did have to get into the garbage to send a little bit of garbage, but now Promo sends a high enough spike that Westl, Westl was 8-1 stacking.
What?
And so they didn't have the eyepiece for the well.
I haven't seen that in ages.
Insane. Okay, that's one way to do it. And so Westl misdrops here, and that's going to give Promo a minute, and Westl tries to speed, still recovering from that misdrop. Okay, I would say that Westl's recovered at this point. Promo is getting that back-to-back going. Both players getting that ding from that back-to-back, and Promo misdrops a couple of times.
Oh, well,
and that is going to be the round. Yeah, I mean, if you're Westl there are sometimes when your opponent misdrops, and it's really difficult to tell, but boy, was that easy to tell just off of audio. And then if you just have any peripheral vision there, you know that that round's over.
Oh my God.
Very well handled from both sides, making sure that they're keeping track of their resources and accurately using them. Like, no player right now is wasting any resources, which is insane to see at that speed. The split-second decision of whether or not to release Surge is something that those players are constantly making, and it seem to have 100% accuracy on their decisions. And that's a misdrop from Westl. That's going to, all right, put another point in Promo's favor.
Okay, sorry about that. My mom called me back. Cats. She wanted to hear about the cats.
All right.
So apologies.
Westl starts off with a misdrop, but recovers from it as he's known to do. Promo has a bit more man-made stack on the board, but gets down through it.
Yeah, like fairly good gameplay right now. Promo T-spin 0 there.
Ooh, and Promo with some misdrops. I mean, did you look at the rest of Promo's board though?
Yeah, true.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Everything underneath that was it was a tall order.
It made everything look like a misdrop, really.
Yeah.
And Westl just going to town with their 7-2 trademarked. How do you beat that? 5.31, 264 attack.
And that is 6-3 in Westl's favor. This is a lot if Promo wants to come back from this right now, but if any player is capable of it right now, it's Promo.
Oh no. Oh, Promo. You get to break his stride somehow. There you go. Oh god, no, he's back. Oh, he's back again. Oh, he's back again. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, you can't really do anything there. And
How do you...
another round for Westl.
530 versus. Westl is feeling it. They are feeling it.
I remember one time, I believe it was Promo, playing OSW, saying that who wins depends more on how OSW plays than how Promo plays. And it feels like this is a similar matchup. It's like that sometimes like Promo just can't do anything about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mistral is something that is more internal than external. It's something that you sort of, it can mostly come down to mental, and the other player doesn't really affect it that much. It's up to you.
All right, Promo's in a pretty good spot right here. Definitely trying to poise to switch this momentum back into his favor, but there's a lot coming out of Westl's side. A lot of very strong stacking. Yeah, there is a misdrop in there, which isn't great. But there's a really nice clean well if Westl gets to it. And there, yeah, there it is.
Wait, yeah, no, I think Westl just, yeah, cleans it up here.
Yeah.
Wow. 8-3 against Promo?
Yeah, that is insane.
Undefeated technically as well.
Yeah, but it's Westl. We know that.
Westl.
Yeah, we know that they're not. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, a little slow.
There's
another.
Okay. There's a quick round for Promo there, bringing this back into a position where Promo is able to take this back. Right, Promo is the first to release Surge there. Westl is kind of an awkward STSD. Promo has a bit of messy garbage to work through, getting into the clean, finding that spike. Westl is a little bit of an awkward stack at the top of the board, has a lot to work down through here, and Promo is able to find that round, bringing this back just 3-point deficit.
Yeah, it's much better than the 8-3 we saw earlier. Promo's probably feeling quite good about that, having been cashed in a few rounds. And back to your regularly scheduled program here. Yep. Westl back to some pattern stacking as he's often known for. And yep, look at him go. Meanwhile, Promo playing a bit more freeform here, just trying to survive the ongoing onslaught. Oh
right, and that's kind of what you have to do. If you are the slower player, sometimes you just have to be on the down stack. And it's weird to see Promo be the player that's on the down stack, but it makes sense for this matchup.
Any other matchup, I wouldn't expect it, but Westl.
Makes sense, yeah. Westl with a bit of a down stack there, and a misdrop there on that. That is such a good fix for that misdrop. Oh my goodness.
Westl!
Ooh, that is insane. Westl has historically had some ridiculous out of order stacking that other players struggle to see, and that was just quite the example of it right there.
Yeah, that was a great example of exactly that. And still alive despite 2 misdrops. Love it.
Yeah, and that's just how it goes.
That's just how it goes. Still alive. Promo's doing everything in their power, but Westl's like, well, you know.
I mean, that's how it goes for these players. That's how it goes for this matchup. Both players trying to find their back-to-back. It's such a struggle to try to keep that back-to-back with that much coming onto your board. And okay, really nice find from Promo to keep that. And Westl breaks. Promo breaks as well.
Nice.
Westl already has back-to-back breaks again. Promo has Surge again, breaks again.
Yep. Break, break, break.
Ooh, promo misdropped, and that is the round.
The floating spin from Westl is the one that puts it over the line as well. 9-5.
Yep, here we are again. Old 9-5.
Here we are again, yeah. 2 rounds until Westl takes this one, but Promo needs 6.
Yeah, that's difficult to do, especially given the fact that Promo's been misdropping a little bit during this set. Doable.
It's not like nerves would be a big thing for them. It would just purely be just the, you know, the day.
Yeah, that's like actually, yeah.
Because Promo wouldn't feel pressure like that. They've had so much LAN experience, so much
Yeah,
tournament experience.
Promo
They've been
really
on the big
is like a
stage,
very
like,
chill person.
yeah, I don't think this would come down to nerves. I don't think they'd have nerves like that.
And Promo with a very strong upstack here, not letting any garbage on his board until just now.
Oh, and Promo is clawing it back.
That is
full for Promo to go. Yeah.
That is beautiful right there.
Westl needs one more of those rounds where they just 2-7, 7-2 sprint. And they're doing 5-4. Ah. Much more freeform. And here we go. Back to 5-4 garbage, and that is really good garbage for them.
Ooh. Yeah, this is scary for Promo right here. Finding the down stack that he needs. Both players down at the bottom of the board again. You'll see them both upstacking right now. Promo having the quicker upstack as Westl was slowed down by a couple of misdrops. This is a good spot for Promo right now with the 7 back-to-back in charge of the surge. Westl on top of the board, but that clean well. Westel's going to get in there, and that is going to be an issue for Promo. Still keeping, just now sending that. And Westel's completely fine.
Westl continues to downstack into a 23 spike as well and just keeps on burning, brings their ball down to literally row 1, and both players are down low. We are at neutral again at 55 seconds in.
And this is some really clean upstacking from Promo here. Westl, okay, that was that almost a TST tower?
Almost,
hello?
But decides to bail on it quickly and instead just go for a safe downstack again. Building up a little bit of back-to-back here as well. Promo doing not quite the same thing. And there's a 24 spike. Promo's on the edge of death.
This is tough, and Promo has difficult garbage to work through right now. He gets through it, it's clean, but Westl has the time to build that back-to-back, build that stack. That LST going in Westel's favor right now is not looking good for Promo. That minus 11 showing up on the board, only growing. Okay, Promo has a clean stack. Promo's the ability to stay alive right now. Westl sends the spike, and Promo does not have the pieces.
Oh my god, the Grim Reaper is drawing near. 10-7. Promo is on the edge of being knocked down to the losers bracket.
Yeah, both players starting off strong here. I doubt we're going to see very many quick rounds here. It's definitely possible, but with the way these two are playing right now, this has been some pretty clean gameplay.
Oh, this is really close. Like, in the scoreline, yes, 7 or whatever, but like, oh my god. Ding dong, Promo. Death is knocking on your door. And that's the match.
Game. And that is going to put Promo down to that loser's bracket. Like you mentioned, Wiley, Promo does have the opportunity